This is Reverberations, the channel dedicated to highlighting historical insights and framing these past moments into our modern day lives. I am Colton, your host, and this episode will delve into curiosities regarding the mysterious, understated religion of Mithraism in the Mediterranean and Near East during the beginning half of the first millennium CE. Mithraism is an underdiscussed pedagogy and spiritual hierarchy that played an unseen pivotal role around the time that Christianity was rising in the Roman world. There are several important revelations from this shrouded folklore that we could learn about and gain knowledge from this unknown creed. Time to hone in on Mithraism and its secretive followers from the ancient world. Mithraism, also called the Mithraic Mysteries, are a religion, cult, and faith that spawned in the Roman world in the 1st century. At the sole center of these practices was Mithra, the deity of Iranian origin, which centered on loyalty, contract, order, and friendship. Through rapid spread, these cults began to arise in Italy and elsewhere throughout the empire. This was a secretive worship where places of worship were located in hidden locations, like caves or underground. This left their followers with a sense of privileged classification as they were sworn members. These Mithraic shrines have been found from Syria to Britain and from the 1st century to the 5th century CE. During the rise of Christianity in the Roman Empire, this smaller spiritual organization began to wane and dissipate. Mithraism spotlights several classical motifs that have existed in philosophical and belief systems since history began being recorded. These include the bull, the moon, rebirth, fertility, cosmology, and natural order. These devotees of Mithras participated in many different ritualistic practices that were synonymous with their convictions. A major emphasis, as already hinted at, was the rebirth of initiates. This led to major life changes for these members. Change of thought was part of this rebirth, coming back with a different outlook on the world and their life's purpose. This intense cornerstone of rejuvenation in the Mithraic mysteries can influence us in knowing that we have the aptitude to dramatically alter our lives, striving in a positive fashion. Morality and ethical analysis of oneself was a key part of this otherwise barbaric, hedonistic cult. This is the key takeaway that we can gather from the remains and remnants of such an understated religious sect. It definitely had its negative traits, including no women allowed, militaristic power repression, and its extreme suppression. Most members were Roman elite attempting to keep the money and might where it was already present rather than being taken away from them. We can always find positives and negatives in any sort of belief or philosophical system. Good and evil, yin and yang, night and day. Another point of interest regarding Mithraism is the diaspora of these spiritual topics and practices. There are not many sanctuaries at all in Persia where the Mithra deity sprung into existence, but rather with most of these being located in Italy itself. Ideological transmission and communication is a chief characteristic of human societies and always displays the vast human network web. Our beliefs are for all of us to share regardless of code, creed, or color. Altogether, we don't know a ton about this puzzling ideology, but it can show us wisdom and insights from both positive and negative aspects of its makeup. Let us see what lessons we can grasp from this confidential cult. Rebirth regarding changing lifestyle and self-morality ethics were components of Mithraism that should always be a part of human mentality and introspection. Sometimes our experiences with our physical world leave us asking deep, meaningful questions that we would like to answer before the end of our days. This seems to be a central aspect of the Mithraic mysteries and is an active approach we can consider in our own headspaces. A description of what a cosmological experience by an initiate would have experienced states, "On a very special evening, there is a moment when the rising moon, having just emerged on the horizon, is directly faced across the world from the opposite horizon by the setting sun. At such a moment, if the witness is prepared, there ensues a transfer of self-identification from the temporal reflecting body, the moon, to the sun-like, eternal source, and one then knows oneself as consubstantial with what is of no time or place, but universal and beyond death. These rituals in which humans experience all deserve recognition and consideration from any branch of spirituality and cosmology, as they are our attempts at solving the enigmas we all reside within. These examples of profound theological thought leave us with much intuition. 1. Interpretation of data can always be looked at in two opposing lights. Mithraism has been viewed as obsolete, heretical, but can also promote positive aspects of change, loyalty, and friendship. 2. Awareness of transcommunication and diffusion of innovations spreading throughout all groups of people is critical in human existence. Without the expansion of ideas between cultures, our current globalized world would not be the way it is now. 3. Everyone can share synonymous beliefs and can also exist peacefully with differing viewpoints. Peaceful practice of religion and beliefs is key to future correspondence and success. 4. Maintain a moral magnifying glass upon your self-conscious. Drastic change is possible in a lifestyle regardless of situation. All of us have this choice. 5. Open-mindedness in cultural relativity is crucial to keep judgment in an ethical manner. We must understand and comprehend all facts before garnering an ill-afforded verdict on an issue or dilemma. The history of Mithraism and the cult-like mysteries and practices showcase to us the pros and cons of such radical doctrines. Keeping an open mind regarding every detail of life can help us achieve a wide scope in the modern world. Maintaining a constant mental approach of self-judgment can lead to further mental victories rather than a ragged, tepid pace. It is possible to reevaluate our viewpoint positions regarding knowledge, beliefs, and philosophies. Dramatic change is available to us at any moment. We will all find our way through these enigmatic questions that have been bothering us so deeply, including our place in the world and the cosmos. We can achieve anything. Just remain vigilant to stay away from any bold sacrifices and over-the-top theatrical mystery religions that harm or devalue others. This is Colton, considering concealing ancient religious wisdom silently, signing off. If we listen closely, we can hear the reverberations of humanity telling us to remember, realize, and reflect.